What is up, everybody? This is Nick Fiore of FioriousNation here on YouTube, Forbidden Podcast, episode 31. I'm Nick Fiore, host 1 of FioriousNation Forbidden Podcast. Adam Carl next to my right. It is July the 3rd, 2026, the day before 4th of July, America's 250th birthday. Hope everyone, those who are traveling early 4th of July weekend, hopefully you're traveling safe, but having a blast, having a fun time, but most of all, be safe and all. It is the day before 4th of July. We had quite the weekend, bro, of pro wrestling. And one in particular, he's in the thumbnail and he's in the title. You heard that correctly. As you see in the title, we have a new WWE champion, Sami Zayn, the new WWE champion, as he won the WWE Championship at Night of Champions in Saudi last Saturday, beating both Cody Rhodes and Gunther. I didn't think they'd actually pull the trigger on this and have Cody Rhodes retain, but I am just shocked that Sami Zayn won. Even if it's not for a long title reign, I'm happy. I'm just happy they pulled the trigger on that. According to reports, they kept it under the vest apparently, but I mean, I thought they'd go the typical safe route and have Cody Rhodes just retain after he hit the double crossroads on Sami and Gunther. And then I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Just end it already. They're gonna have Cody retain. If you're gonna do it, just do it now. Like, I was ready for it. Just okay, just do it now. Get it out of the way because we know what's coming. And Sami Zayn with some kind of roll up or something kind of like, and not a cradle, but like how he countered the crossroads, sat, and then used his legs for a cradle. I was like, oh, Cody's gonna kick out. 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, they actually did it. They actually freaking did it and pulled the trigger. And Sami Zayn is your new WWE champion. And apparently, according to reports, Sami Zayn was in the plans to win the WWE title, but not till WrestleMania next year. And they did it earlier at Night of Champions. I'm actually glad they did this early. Like, Sami Zayn's the best thing on WWE SmackDown TV and on WWE TV and the product in general. You got to strike while the iron is hot. And I'm actually glad that Triple H actually took a risk and put the belt on Sami. Whether now, if it's going to be for a short reign, I mean, whether it's like a month, less than that, I don't know. That remains to be seen. Was this title change due to the Saudi government just wanting it, or like was Triple H pressured into this? Was it just for a Saudi thing to shut fans up in general? What do you think of this whole Sami Zayn situation? And I'm actually very happy that Sami Zayn is finally WWE champion. And fuck all the haters, by the way, that think, oh, Sami Zayn's not world title material. He's too small. He's a vanilla midget. He looks like a guy that you'd see if you see a spill in aisle 7 at Stop and Shop or Shopper at a Price Chopper. You guy like Sami Zayn would go take a mop bucket and clean the mess up with a wet floor sign. Oh, Sami Zayn looks like a front cash register guy at McDonald's, so he doesn't look like a world champion. He doesn't have any muscles. He's not 300 pounds and 6'6" and have muscles on top of muscles. He doesn't look like a world champion. He's a B+ player. He's not star material. He's too small. Like, you name it. All the excuses I hear. Oh, Sami Zayn winning a title is a joke. This is the darkest day in WWE history. Why would they do such a dumb thing like this? This is terrible. Why would you do this? All the excuses I've heard this past week, and I've ignored all these people, and I've in fact blocked and muted some because of that stupidity. That's not even an opinion. Saying Sami Zayn as champion is a joke, that's not an opinion at all, bro. That's stupidity. But Adam Carl, I want to get your thoughts on this whole Sami Zayn situation. The floor is yours.
I think it was time to pull the trigger. I mean, this guy's the most entertaining thing on SmackDown. A dreadful SmackDown at that.
Yeah. And just because they're going back to 2 hours doesn't save the show either, by the way. Just throwing that out.
Yeah. Exactly. And also, you've been building this story for years where, everybody's telling him, you're going to be a world champion one day, or you need that killer instinct.
It's like,
all you do is complain and all of that.
Yeah.
Plus, people are kind of getting tired of Cody as the champion, as he is already.
They are.
getting very tired. I think he needed to fresh things up.
Yeah, especially if SmackDown's going back to 2 hours. They're going to need that.
Yeah. They needed something. They needed something fresh. They need something exciting to get people to tune in.
Excitement.
At a time where they need it.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a Saudi thing. I mean, absolutely. I mean, he's popular over there. Depends.
He is. And the pop he got there too.
Yeah, but I mean, regardless, I'm just happy that the guy got his just due. He became champion.
He's a Grand Slam champion too. This guy started wrestling in 2002 in Ring of Honor as El Generico. It took him like 11 years. 2013, he got signed to WWE. Started in NXT and developmental, and they changed him to somewhat ridiculous name in Sami Zayn when he was El Generico in Ring of Honor. Toned down his moveset, but even watering down his moveset, he was still very good. Won the NXT Championship in 2014 from Adrian Neville at NXT TakeOver R Evolution. Remember that? The same night Kevin Owens made his NXT debut and turned on Kevin Owens. No, Kevin Owens turned on Sami that night that Sami won the NXT title. Same night Owens signed to the WWE and debuted there at TakeOver R Evolution. You know? Sami Zayn. And then Sami Zayn challenging John Cena for the U.S. title on Raw in May 2015 in Montreal, introduced by Bret Hart. The greatest of all time, Bret the Hitman Hart. And to all the people, Sami Zayn got buried by John Cena. Cena pulled out the golden shovel and buried Sami Zayn. All the excuses, bro, I hear with that shit.
All the excuses.
And then it's like his story with Kevin Owens and Owens putting him on the shelf. The apron powerbombing Sami on the apron. You name it. Then Sami Zayn called up to the main roster 2016. Vince McMahon just buried him, didn't get him or understand him. He was having him buried on Raw in late 2016 almost every week, terribly. Feeding him to guys like Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho, and several others on the Raw roster and throughout late 2016. And then they had him on SmackDown 2017 trying to find a stride. And then remember the Yep movement with Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, a heel pairing against Shane McMahon on SmackDown late 2017 that eventually led to Daniel Bryan's 2018 comeback. That was great.
Yep.
And then, is Shane McMahon corrupt on SmackDown Live? Yep. They even had the Yep t-shirt, Yep movement t-shirts. I even have them. I even have the Yep movement t-shirt, bro. Though I'm wearing a Yankee shirt. But they were entertaining duo Sami and Kevin on SmackDown in late 2017. And then it gets worse for Sami in the main roster. 2018 is Raw feud with Bobby Lashley over Lashley's three sisters, which was horrendous television in 2018 on Monday Night Raw. Some of the worst stuff I've seen ever with the Lashley three sisters segment.
Poor guy.
And poor Sami Zayn, bro.
Poor bastard.
And anything Vince and any shit that Vince gave Sami to work with, Sami did his best to make it the best thing he could. That's how great Sami Zayn is. He basically made something from chicken shit to chicken salad. That's how great. That just goes to show you how great Sami Zayn is. And Kevin Owens as well. And then we have Sami Zayn as a manager for Nakamura on SmackDown 2019, feuding with Braun Strowman. You know? And then a couple years not doing much of anything on SmackDown, going into the early 2020s. And then the Bloodline. Sami Zayn. Without Sami Zayn, the Bloodline is not where it is. And Sami Zayn had a big part of that with the honorary Uso and Jey Uso not feeling very Usy. And making Roman Reigns break character and making Jey Uso break character. Like, Sami made the face of the company, Roman Reigns.
Paul Heyman was about to lose it.
Yeah, Paul Heyman. They didn't show Solo Sikoa on the camera. I would have loved to see him. I'm sure he broke character more so than all of them. It's probably why they didn't show him on the camera, but. And Sami Zayn and Jay, my dog. And then that segment where Roman Reigns told Sami Zayn to take off the shirt and just like, I don't want to ever wear that shirt anymore because you're going to wear this one. And Roman trolled us all, man. My goodness. Then it led to the greatest ending in Royal Rumble shows in history, 2023, where Sami Zayn hit Roman Reigns from behind with the steel chair, saving Kevin Owens, and Sami made his choice. And that crowd erupted when Sami hit Roman from behind with the steel chair. Then it led to Elimination Chamber 2023 in Montreal. Honestly, I think looking back, I know it was supposed. It's like the story was supposed to. I understand the story supposing to be Roman and Cody, but Sami Zayn was also red hot 2023. Do you think it would have? Do you think you would have had a problem if Sami Zayn won the title 2023 at the Chamber and not Cody? I understand the plan was always for Cody, but I don't think I would have had a problem if Sami won. I mean, Sami was not going to be the one to beat Roman, but like he was red hot in 2023, especially leaving the bloodline.
No, I don't think I would have. I don't think anybody would have had an issue with Sami beating Roman. Then I think the issue, as you said, Cody was there. They were always going to put the belt on him. Honestly, had they not had the belts unified, or had they not had both WWE Championship and Universal Championships on Roman at the same time, I think he could have absolutely put the WWE Championship, or at least on Sami. He could have done that, but because Roman was holding both belts, there was no way they were going to have him beat Roman.
No, that's what happens when you have. That's what happens when you have the out of touch old Vince McMahon wanting to unify the titles at WrestleMania 38 and doing all the foolish releases in 2021. That's what happens when you have Vince McMahon in charge. Yeah. Yet there are idiots that want Vince McMahon back.
Just unfortunate timing for Sami.
Yeah. And then we have Sami and Kevin main event WrestleMania 39 night 1 against the Usos. Yeah, Kevin Owens' favorite city in Texas and in California, bro, as you would say.
Yeah, main event at WrestleMania.
Yeah, for the tag titles on the line, you never see that in main event at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Then obviously Sami Zayn went on to beat Gunther WrestleMania 40 for the IC title night 1. And then wrestle guys like Braun Breaker, and then Sami Zayn with the U.S. title as well, late 2025 last year. So, and then, like you said, the story, Sami Zayn's told, oh, you're never going to be a world champion one day. You're not going to win the big one. Then Sami's like, I will be the world champion. I will be the world champion in WWE. And then Sami Zayn does this U.S. Open challenge, and then Sami Zayn with crappy MFT storyline. But then Sami Zayn challenges Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble in Saudi in January for the title. You knew Drew wasn't losing, so it's like, why have Sami in this? Like, since Sami lost, it's like, yeah, I don't care about Sami as champ anymore because it's all that ship sailed. I know a lot of people's like, oh, that ship sailed. I don't care about that anymore. That ship is beyond sailed. I never believed that because Sami Zayn, I knew deep down was a world champion no matter what, and I knew that. I never stopped believing and I never gave up on him. But then Sami Zayn, and I don't think he was on Mania this year at all, but then going into Mania this year, and I don't know, and
he wasn't at Mania last year. No, he wasn't last year. He wasn't at 41. He was in attendance.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He had a match. Yeah, but he had a match this year, obviously, against Trick.
Oh yeah, Trick Williams. Oh yeah, sorry. But the U.S. title, but yeah, the thing like with Sami Zayn, and then it's like going into Mania this year, they had Sami Zayn interjected in Cody WWE title business going into WrestleMania this year, where Sami and Cody have verbal backstage arguments and involved with Randy Orton. They could have involved Sami in this had they not done Cody and Randy one-on-one. And I think if we had it was going to be like McIntyre, Jacob Fatu, Cody and Randy in a fatal four-way for the title at Mania. You could have added Sami Zayn, make it a fatal five-way in there, and Aleister Black if you didn't fucking release him, and if you didn't add Pat McAfee in the first place. If you would have done the multi-man match for the title at this year's Mania WWE title, I don't think we would have had Pat McAfee at all, which really killed the WWE title program going into Mania and made people stop caring about it going into Mania altogether. I think that was a big reason with Pat McAfee's involvement, really killed the hype. And then we had Cody and Gunther coming out of Mania. I at first was good with it, liked it, but then that terrible finish at Clash in Italy really left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And then you add Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn pretty much made people care about Cody and Gunther again with Sami Zayn's involvement. So for those who say, oh, Sami Zayn is a show killer, or a ratings killer, Sami as champion kills the show, kills the company, kills the ratings. You know, you're going to kill your ratings with Sami as champion. They're already down. Like, is really Sami going to kill the show in general? No. Oh, well, Sami Zayn is too small. He's a B-plus player. He's a vanilla midget. Yeah, and he made Cody and Gunther interesting again after the terrible, terrible finish at Clash in Italy, where Gunther had his feet underneath the bottom rope and the ref didn't see it, which was terrible. So now you have Sami Zayn involved. He's the best thing on not only SmackDown, but WWE TV in general. You know? He's the best thing on an abysmal SmackDown, like you said. And the right thing was to put the belt on Sami. No questions asked. If Cody would have retained, this would have been very safe. Like, who wants that? You know? Like you said, Cody as champion, I agree with you. Cody as champ has been very, very stale. And in fact, as far as I'm concerned, and this is coming from a big Cody Rhodes guy, I love Cody Rhodes, don't get me wrong. But I think the best thing for Cody Rhodes is a heel turn. I really, really do think that if you turn Cody Rhodes heel, I don't think it would harm the company at all. In fact, I think it'd make the company and the product that much better. Cody Rhodes just operates much better as a bad guy than as a good guy. Like, he is a natural heel, but he pretends to be a good guy. Then he's overcoming all the odds, he's overcoming all the heels like Kevin Owens, and then Drew McIntyre, and then Gunther, and overcoming the odds in a Cena Hogan-like way. Like, that shit gets very tired very quick. And because of that, Cody's reign as champion and Cody in general just got very, very, very stale. And I think a heel turn may be the best thing for him, because right now what they're doing with him is not working. At least have Cody away from the title for at least a couple years. That's how stale it's gotten with Cody. And we need something fresh on Friday Night SmackDown desperately.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Dricky in the chat, the People's Wrestling Channel. Hey, guys, did you hear about what happened on SmackDown tonight? Yeah, we seen the spoilers, and yeah. We'll talk about that, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk? I'm going to leave the floor to you on that one, actually, dude. But the SmackDown spoilers. Yeah, Cody and Jay tonight, number one contenders match. Why?
The same Jey Uso, by the way, who lost in the King of the Ring finals.
Clean to Obafemi, the same guy who can't even hit a super kick properly on Obafemi.
Yeah.
He had a terrible match with Obafemi at Night of Champions.
Same guy who lost in the King of the Ring finals to Obafemi. Yet here he is trying to get another WWE Championship match.
Oh, but he said, I'm going to SmackDown to get the title back in the Bloodline.
Bro, a Bloodline member is already a WWE champion.
And then I think Jey Uso said on Instagram Reel, Obafemi tapped out. I'm King Yeet. Mr. Jey Uso, you lost, buddy. You lost clean.
Where was the tap out? Where was the tap out?
I think when Jay had Obafemi in the sleeper hold, the same way how Jey Uso beat Gunther at WrestleMania last year. I don't even want to talk about that. That's how bad that was. How Jey Uso made Gunther tap out like that at WrestleMania 41. That was awful.
That was not believable.
Yeah, not believable at all. And yet, why is Jay getting a title shot?
I have no.
But if you read the SmackDown spoilers, yeah, Cody beat Jay, but it looks like we're now getting Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn in a rematch for the WWE title in Chicago on Raw July 6th. Do they pull shades of Raw July 2011? Or, like, you know how Rey Mysterio, like Money in the Bank 2011, CM Punk left the WWE in Chicago with the WWE title. The next night on Raw, they had some little 8-man tournament, and The Miz and Rey Mysterio made the tournament finals. Then the week after that on Raw, Rey Mysterio won the finals and became the new WWE champion, only to drop it to John Cena less than 2 hours later. Then CM Punk came back, debuted Cult of Personality. Do we see a repeat of that here this Monday on Raw, July the 6th in Chicago, which Punk is expected to return, by the way, according to reports. And I don't need to say that because we already know. I don't know why that's even a report. We already pretty much know. But Adam Carl, I want to get your thoughts. Do we see Cody win the belt back Monday? Do we see Sami retain? Like, what do you think happens? And apparently Punk and Cody is expected for SummerSlam, has been for a while for SummerSlam, Cody versus Punk. But do you see it being for the title? Does it need the championship? I want to get your thoughts. Because I don't think it does need the title at all. And with 3 weeks to go for SummerSlam, I think Cody and Punk in a WWE title program deserves a lot longer than 3 weeks.
Honestly, I would actually book a triple threat match for SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. I would have Sami Zayn retain against Cody, with Punk setting up a distraction.
Do you
or
see
maybe
Punk?
he watch it?
So do you say like CM Punk going heel?
Not necessarily. I mean, I would have Punk maybe he can get a segment on during the show. Cody can confront him. Punk can watch the match from ringside. There's heated tension there between Cody and Punk, and then Sami capitalizes.
I'm very nervous Monday and Raw. Are they really going to give the belt back to Cody? I think that what I will say. Do not give that belt back to Cody. I have a bad feeling Cody's winning back that title on Monday. And here's my gripe. If you give the belt back to Cody, I think at that point you're killing Cody's career and you need to turn him heel. You do. Like
he lost clean. He lost his
he lost clean.
To Sami Zayn,
Ari Emanuel thinks money in business. Cody is the money guy. I don't give a fuck what Ari thinks. Fuck him.
Yeah, he should be nowhere near a wrestling booking.
And
doesn't even know how the business works.
Why would you give him back the belt? And if Cody wins back the belt, what does Sami do at SummerSlam? I ask.
Like literally.
And Cody and Punk for the title, you're going to do that with 3 weeks of build? That deserves way longer than 3 weeks of build.
Like, at least have him hold it till at least SummerSlam.
I don't know. Yeah. We know his reign's not going to be short, but to do it like a week, I don't agree with that. There was another rumor people were tossing out there. Oh, Brock Lesnar taking the title off Sami Zayn and MSG on Saturday night's main event. That is an awful, terrible idea. And how does that make any sense? That was another thing I saw floating around. Like, why would you do that? That's stupid.
Why would Brock Lesnar go
take it off
Sami
Zayn and MSG on Saturday night's main event just to do Lesnar drop the title to Oba at SummerSlam and Hell in a Cell? That's stupid. That's a stupid idea.
Like, why should Brock Lesnar? What's the reason for Brock to go after Sami?
Yeah. And they have nothing to do with each other. Nothing.
The last time they had a segment together was 5 years ago. And that was before Sami was in the bloodline.
Yeah. And honestly, do you even remember that?
No. I think Brock he took a selfie with Sami?
Yeah, he did take a selfie with Sami.
Yeah, and then he gave him an F5. Like, that's it. That's all they did. They never interacted again.
So that's a terrible idea right there. Cody winning the belt back Monday is a terrible idea too. I know. That's like what makes me nervous about that Monday if Cody's winning the belt back or not. Where that Raw after Mania, CM Punk said to Cody when he was champion, "Cody, you'll never know when a title opportunity just falls from out of the sky."
Yeah.
And Cody named the place. I don't know, man. It's going to be very interesting come Monday on Raw. But maybe a triple threat. I don't mind Cody. I don't hate Cody versus Punk for SummerSlam, but I think it doesn't need the championship. I don't. And I don't think it's one and done with Cody and Punk at all. I think it'll have more than one match against each other. Now, let's say Cody wins back the belt on Monday, which I hope not. What if Cody wins back the belt, Cody versus Punk for the title at SummerSlam 3 weeks to go, but you have, and I know they did this recently, SmackDown June 19th with Sami Zayn as the referee. What if we do Sami as the referee for Punk and Cody for the title at SummerSlam? And Sami's involved somehow. But because what else do you do with Sami Zayn at SummerSlam? Unless Kevin Owens is going to be cleared. I don't know what you do.
You could certainly do that. Certainly, I mean, you could certainly.
Because Sami Zayn's the best thing. You're not going to leave him off the card.
Yeah.
If Sami Zayn retains, they do Cody and Punk at SummerSlam as scheduled. No title involved, non-title. Cody versus Punk at SummerSlam. Sami Zayn goes to SummerSlam defending the WWE title. Who does he face? Like, who is there on SmackDown that would be a legit challenger? Like, what are you going to do, Jey Uso and Sami? Nobody wants. I have no interest in that at all. Who wants that? Well, what else could you do? Like Sami versus McIntyre? Like, no, he's out still filming. And like Ricky said, Drew is out making a movie still. Orton is hurt. Oh. Like, if Sami keeps the title on Monday, do you book Sami Zayn like Jack Swagger? He had no legit challengers.
No.
Remember when Swagger was world champion, he fought the Big Show? Now, don't compare Sami to Swagger at all because it's night and day difference. Kofi Kingston when he was champion, he didn't have much challengers built up. But the only guy I could probably think of, honestly, if Sami keeps the title come Monday, if it retains coming out of Monday, and Sami Zayn is the one to go into SummerSlam as WWE Champion, do we do Sami Zayn at SummerSlam defending the WWE title against maybe a Finn Balor, who has had momentum? I know he just started on SmackDown, just lost the Fatal 4-Way, first round King of the Ring to Jey Uso, and he wasn't pinned. But at least he has momentum. Do we do Sami and Balor at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship?
I'm not so sure if they do it. I'm not as sure. I mean, you can do it. I won't mind it. Is it gonna be like the biggest match for Sami?
Maybe,
Probably
maybe not. Probably not.
Honestly, I would just go with the three-way. I would just go Sami, Punk, and Cody.
And
So,
my biggest thing is if Sami retains too, if Sami also retains on Monday, if he does, Cody and Punk, is that going to feel bigger than the WWE title? And that shouldn't be.
No.
That's like the WWE title should never feel a second place, second fiddle to bigger stories. That's just not right. So that's why I'm wondering if Cody is winning back the belt Monday, which I hope not.
Plus,
I hope not.
Plus you're gonna give that match like what, a month of build. Like the last time they interacted was April. It was like the Raw after Mania. Then Punk disappeared off of television.
And apparently, according to Meltzer, there is minor issues with Punk and WWE. I mean, there's no. I mean, why is it even news?
Why do they still keep this story? Minor issues. Like, what are those minor issues?
Oh, but what if it was the fan incident where CM Punk slapped the phone out of the fan's hand?
It's not.
No, it's not at all.
What's those minor issues? What did Punk pitch ideas for WrestleMania or something?
Maybe. When the
I don't know.
Usos and the other thing, the Usos were involved in that. Maybe Punk wanted Usos to turn on Roman. Maybe that's what Punk wanted, and Ari said, "Nope, we can't do that."
I don't know. Honestly, the truth is, whatever this issue is, the truth is we will never know.
Fuck Ari Emanuel, by the way.
Here's the truth. We will never know what happened. Whatever those issues were, unless Punk says what they were, don't believe what these people online are saying.
Or they're saying, "Oh, CM Punk is unhappy. He's going back to AEW," or they asked him to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
Both of those are completely false.
Yeah. Unless Punk himself reveals what these issues were, these are all speculation. We will never know for sure what happened.
Like, do not listen to these dirt sheets like Meltzer, Sapp, Alvarez, Corey Hayes, False Finish, WRKD, all these dirt sheets. Don't listen to them. Cultaholic, don't listen to these clowns. The only ones that know what happened the only one at least knew what happened was CM Punk himself.
Yeah.
And TKO and WWE. Now, if Sami drops the title Monday, do you think this may be just a Saudi thing to shut them up? And if Sami loses the belt, I don't think it's a good look for Triple H either.
It will not.
It's not. I don't know. Anything could happen come Monday, but I don't know. I'm not holding out much hope, but I hope I'm proven wrong. Now, Kevin Owens, he got surgery for his neck last July. When does he come back? Or does he get involved in this?
I mean, in a perfect world, Kevin Owens gets medically cleared right now, and we get KO and Sami.
And they absolutely need him.
I don't think KO wrestles at SummerSlam, though.
No.
Maybe he comes in, maybe a segment. Maybe you can do something with him and Sami where, he's giving him pep talks.
Maybe. Now,
yeah, I mean, it depends if he's cleared or not. It depends, if he's cleared or not. I mean, he could travel. He could do other work. I mean, he's a host at LFG.
Yeah, he's been doing that lately.
Yeah.
What if Owens is back on TV and he's a manager for Sami?
You could certainly do it. That would be great.
Now, in a perfect world, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, you can use Kevin Owens in any capacity right now. It doesn't have to be in the ring. I mean, he doesn't even have to take a bump. And he's great on the microphone.
Even commentary.
Yeah. You can certainly get you in. You can certainly make you believe what he's saying.
Yeah. Now, in a perfect world, another perfect world match, Owens is cleared. We get Owens, Sami, Punk, Cody, SummerSlam for the, whether it's a fatal four-way for the title or if it's a tag team match, non-title, Cody and Punk versus Sami and Kevin tag team match at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Now, my other thing, why would you take the belt off Sami Monday, July 6th in Chicago? You know what the other thing, this Johnny Gargano thing, there needs to be a payoff. Now, if Sami were to retain Sami Gargano at SummerSlam for the WWE title, I mean, there's got to be a payoff with this Johnny Gargano thing that they're doing. Just saying, that's another thing people are not talking about.
There should definitely be a payoff. Like how long has Johnny been in that crate? How long has he been laying like this?
He's like,
yeah. Like how long has he been laying like this? 6 months now?
Yeah, 6 months.
Come on, like it shouldn't have even lasted this long.
No, it should have been 6 weeks, less than that.
6 days.
Yeah. Ah, my goodness. I don't know what they're gonna do. I have a bad feeling they're putting that belt back on Cody. And why would you put the belt back on Cody Monday in Chicago? Just have the CM Punk return. You get Punk and Cody for the title at SummerSlam. And if you do that, I don't hate Punk and Cody for a title at a show, but I think SummerSlam with 3 weeks to go is too soon. And Punk lost the world title to Roman at WrestleMania 42 Night 2. What would CM Punk like? What has CM Punk done to earn a title shot at that point when he comes back?
Nothing. He hasn't had a match since WrestleMania.
No. That's why Cody and Punk at SummerSlam for the WWE title for 3 weeks to go makes no sense. If it's Punk and Cody at SummerSlam 3 weeks to go, non-title, that's a different story.
Yeah, I think that's
so. Why
right
would you?
And it's not like you can't just have Cody and Punk do like one match. You could always make a feud out of it.
Yeah, Cody and Punk. Just because Cody and Punk, I don't think it's one and done either. I think they have more than one match.
Yeah,
I think it's a trilogy. I don't think it's one
next year too.
Yeah, you do it at WrestleMania next year. You could do it at Survivor Series, a part 2 at Survivor Series or WrestlePalooza, anything like that.
Yeah.
Cody and Punk at SummerSlam is not only one time they fight one-on-one and that's it. It's going to be a lot more. They're going to fight more than once.
Yeah.
So it's like WWE Triple H. I ask you, would it does it really pain you to have Cody just lose Monday and have Sami retain and have Cody and Punk at SummerSlam not title? Would it really pain you to do that?
No, it wouldn't hurt.
No. Like, is it going to hurt your product? And is it going to hurt SmackDown? Like, is it really going to kill your show and your product? Absolutely not. I mean, the ratings on SmackDown are down, but it's your job to help fix the creative on that show because it's an abysmal show with SmackDown. But to have Cody and Punk at SummerSlam with no title involved whatsoever, I don't think that would hurt. I don't. It wouldn't kill whatsoever. It wouldn't kill you whatsoever. Punk and Cody at SummerSlam does not need the WWE title. In fact, Cody and Punk at SummerSlam for the title is a mistake. It is bad booking. And if they do that for the title at SummerSlam, I have to call that out. I'm sorry, I have to. Cody and Punk at SummerSlam does not need the WWE title. You can do Cody and Punk one-on-one at SummerSlam in a number one contenders match. That's fine. And have it mean something. You can do that. But it doesn't need the title at SummerSlam. You know, Sammy defending the title at SummerSlam against whoever, that's your job. That's your job to figure out. But Cody and Punk at SummerSlam, I don't mind it, but it needs to be not for the title. No questions asked, point blank, period. Happy for Sami Zayn, though. He finally won the big one. And shout out to Joseph Conlon, by the way, on the Big Fight Field channel. Shout out to him and his channel. He actually drove by Sami Zayn with the WWE Champion when they had Raw SmackDown TV taping this past Monday night in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And Joseph Conlon actually drove by Sami Zayn, the WWE Champion, like unexpectedly. So shout out to Joseph Conlon, by the way, on that. That was pretty cool. And it went viral, too, I heard.
He went viral than Kit Wilson.
Yeah, Kit Wilson. that clown.
The real man.
Which, by the way, him and Miz are still being cursed by Danhausen. Why?
Why?
And if you read the SmackDown spoilers, yeah, no wonder SmackDown's the worst show on television. No wonder. Like, we're back to 2 hours of SmackDown. Can we get that BS off the television, please? Danhausen cursing Miz and Kit Wilson. How long have they been feuding, by the way?
Since Danhausen dated.
Jesus.
Since
around what, WrestleMania? 2 months. This feels like 2 years. End it already. Please.
Yeah.
You have Fraxium. Johnny Gargano, who could be used in a meaningful way, but we have Danhausen, Kit Wilson, and The Miz.
The Miz, he's back to having the Mohawk.
Yeah, the ECW Miz when he was tagging with who? John Morrison? The Miz and Morrison in the dirt sheet? Yeah, that Miz.
Kit Wilson keep yelling toxic.
Oh, Jesus. And then you have Matt Cardona involved as well. Don't tell me they're going to turn him back to Zack Ryder, please.
Have Los Garzas.
Yeah. They lost last week on SmackDown in a comedic fashion. And now we have the Danhausen shit on Monday in a comedic fashion with Dominic and JD McDonough and Liv Morgan. Just not funny. I didn't laugh once. I didn't. I don't fucking know, but moving on here. But Sammy, but yeah, shout out to Joseph Conlon and the Big Fight Field channel on YouTube. That stuff. Moving on to other news. I thought I'd talk about this real quick. Quick health updates on Jim Ross and Konnan. Apparently, Jim Ross is out of the hospital, and then with Konnan, his health is apparently improved. It says Konnan health is no longer in life-threatening condition, and it says that his health has improved. Now it says that he's in now according to Dave Meltzer, he says Konnan that he's in rough shape, but he's not in life-threatening shape. From what I've last heard, he's doing a lot better than he was before. I'm not sure if he's still in the hospital. It was life-threatening for a long time. He was having all kinds of stuff that was bad, but he's turned the corner from what I was told. And then Jim Ross, I believe, had cancer again recently as well. He's apparently headed home from the hospital and he's okay. So I am very happy to hear that, honestly, for both JR and Konnan.
Yeah. Glad they're doing well.
Yeah.
Glad that they are in good health.
Yeah, I think Konnan, correct me if I'm wrong, he recently had to have that amputation.
Sadly.
An amputation on his leg. That's sad.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had leg amputation.
I know I'm not the biggest Konnan fan, but that's terrible.
Yeah, it's just sad.
And Jim Ross, this isn't the first time he's battled cancer either. I think battled like brain cancer or like some kind of skin cancer. Not the first time he's dealt with this. I tell you though, Jim Ross is a fighter.
Yeah, he's a warrior.
And reason why one of the greatest commentators in history, along with him and Jerry the King Lawler. In fact, the greatest wrestling commentary team in wrestling history outside of Michael Cole and Taz, hands down. So I'm very happy to hear Jim Ross is doing okay. He'll be headed back home. So hopefully that's for the long term. I think he's in his in his 60s or his late 60s.
JR is 74 years old.
Wow. He's a fighter though, like I said. But I'm just happy to hear Jim Ross is okay. Honestly. Lost a lot of great people in the wrestling world all the years, and then last year with Hulk Hogan.
Awful.
Yeah. But glad Jim Ross and Konnan are both doing okay health wise. So hopefully that's not for the short term and it's for the long term. We're gonna stick with the AEW talk. Apparently, WWE announced NXT Heatwave and AEW and AAA show. It's in Texas, Kevin Owens' favorite city. Wonder if Kevin Owens will be there.
Maybe Kevin Owens can wear a lucha mask.
Yeah.
What do we call Kevin Owens then under a mask?
Owenzo.
Kevin Owens. That would get over.
Enzo, we'll get to him in a little bit, actually.
Yeah, that would get over.
Yeah. I mean, there's El Grande Americano.
Gracias.
Sí, gracias. Yeah. But WWE announced both NXT Heatwave and a AAA show, doubleheader in Texas on the weekend of AEW All In Wembley Stadium. Petty. Not surprised, though.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing, though. If you're doing any justice for NXT and AAA, though. Though, actually, I don't know if, like, Meltzer... I think I read something like Meltzer's crying about it, or Tony Khan is. I mean, let them cry.
Yeah. I think Tony Khan, I think he said it on... I think Tony talked about it in the post-show for Forbidden Door, and he says that it's actually a compliment. That NXT is going head-to-head with AEW. Put their shows on the same day as AEW. Yeah, compliment indeed.
Yeah, geez.
Are you sure, Tony?
This clown Tony Khan couldn't be more delusional. What are your thoughts on this whole thing, though? Petty? Not petty? Because I think it's petty.
Of course it's petty. They'll do anything to be petty. Both companies are petty.
Yeah, it's both WWE and AEW. I mean, it should be good shows. I mean, but it's like you can't have the weekend to themselves. Like,
oh, but it's All In. All In sucks.
It's AEW's WrestleMania.
Yeah. You're not doing NXT any favors. Just doing it.
But nobody's gonna watch All In. It's a sucky show. It's and no one's gonna be talking about it.
And again, it's their biggest show of the year. It's All In is like AEW's WrestleMania. Anything else on the weekend is not going to be talked about more than All In.
More people were talking about Forbidden Door than they were talking about the Great American Bash.
Though the Bash was a much better show than Forbidden Door, though, I will say. In my opinion.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, man, Forbidden Door was way too long.
It's an AEW pay-per-view. Like, what do you expect? Do you expect them to end at 11 p.m.?
They ended at 1 a.m., bro. 1 a.m.
1 a.m. when people are going sleeping.
Yeah, my fucking God. But, yeah, this is petty
on
their behalf.
And yet the AEW pay-per-view is still happening.
Jesus Christ. But, yeah, it's petty. I'm sure Mark Calloway will put on a good show, though. I have no doubts in him at all. NXT, I mean, I don't understand why they couldn't do this on their own night. I mean, I'd say WWE is doing whatever it takes to take the heat away from All In AEW. It's petty. I'm sorry, it's petty. I just don't get why they can't have their own weekend. Like, you couldn't do this the weekend after, in like early September.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that. But it should be good shows, though. But I just prefer it on a different weekend than All In weekend, because everyone's going to be talking about All In and nothing else. You know? But moving on, speaking of AEW talk, Mercedes Moné. She recently, if you've seen Mercedes Moné's one of her recent Instagram reels, she posted AEW Wrestle Dream. Mercedes Moné, Bayley / Davina Rose. Now, Bayley's contract is up at the end of the year. Fueling speculation. I think Bayley mentioned last year she's exploring her options and stuff like that. Could she be booked better? Absolutely. But, I mean, I think after the loss to Nia Jax, she hasn't done much of anything.
Oh, but Nia Jax has improved. What are you talking about? She's gotten better.
You know, these excuses I hear. Oh, I think Adam Carl may have froze again. I don't know what's going on, or if it's Nia Jax hacking the system. But I think he's freezing again. It's Adam Carl. I know my Wi-Fi is good. Different location. This isn't good. Yeah, kicked him out. Yeah, the stream, maybe it's a connection on his end, but I'm sure you'll get back in somehow, but not to worry. Let's get in here. I don't know what's going on, but something's up. Hopefully. Oh boy. In the chat. Something's happened to Adam Carl. Just trying to get him back in here. Let's see what I can do. There we go. Aha, there we go. Now he's back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe Nia Jax didn't like what I had to say. He kicked Adam Carl out. Oh, she kicked Adam Carl out.
I don't know what I did.
I don't know.
But Nia Jax has improved. What are you talking about? Bayley hasn't done anything since the loss to Nia at SummerSlam 2 years ago.
What have they done with her?
Not much.
She was left off of Mania last year. She was left off of SummerSlam.
Well, so fucking what? They had her on WrestleMania this year, and you need to cater to Paige and the Bellas.
The same Paige and the Bellas who have done nothing but fight the irresistible forces. Same irresistible forces who lose to roll-ups.
The irresistible losers, I call them. Nia Jax and Lash Legend.
Yeah, they're so unbeatable that so unbeatable. You have 6'2" or 6 foot. 6 foot may as well be 6 foot Nia Jax getting rolled up by Paige. You get 6 foot right? Tall Lash Legend getting rolled up by Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, but they're such monsters, all right.
Yeah. Bayley hasn't done much. She's not badly booked, but just like could be doing a lot more. She is now in a story with Lyra, who turned on Bayley last Monday on Raw in the UK and London. And I liked Lyra's promo backstage, vignette promo from Monday on Raw. The new look and everything, I do like it, but I know Bayley's contract is up at the end of the year. I know she has that lodestone. I think she's doing the AAA with The Undertaker. Let me ask you this. Now, with Wrestle Dream's in October. Bayley's contract is not up till the end of the year. Do we see Bayley leave? Do we see her do what Edge did and leave WWE for AEW like Edge did in late 2023? Do we see the same thing with Bayley here? Or do you think Bayley stays? Because I think a big factors are the lodestone she does. That's linked with WWE. And then AAA with Undertaker, WWE partnership with AAA, and she's doing stuff in AAA over there as well. Do we see Bayley stay or leave?
Her contract isn't out. Here's the thing with her contract. Her contract isn't even up until November.
Is it November? Is it probably end of the year, like more December, I think.
Yeah, November, December.
I think this
so it's like she's not even going to be a free agent in October.
Mercedes it's the Wrestle Dream match with Davina Rose or Bayley and Wrestle Dream.
And so it's like she's not even going to be available then.
And Mercedes teasing the match. I think it's just a tease, but I mean,
that's what it is. Honestly, if I'm being honest, it's Mercedes getting people talking. That's all it is.
Now, Mercedes was asked, "Could you ever see yourself back in WWE?" She said, "When I go in the Hall of Fame." I could absolutely see Sasha go in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
I mean, do I see her back another run there? Yes,
think?
when the time's right. But do I see her in the Hall of Fame as well? Absolutely. I think she's more than worthy of a Hall of Fame induction.
I think what she's doing though is she's getting people talking. That's all it is. I think Bayley ends up staying.
And the other thing, Bayley is a big Triple H girl since day one, dating back to the NXT Black and Gold days. Do you really think Paula Vec is just going to let Bayley just walk just so carelessly like that and just let her just walk?
That'd be stupid to let her walk.
Unless it's a mutual and Bayley chooses or whatnot, or she has a good talk and she leaves on good terms, unless that. But I don't see her leaving. I could see her stay. I think the biggest factor...
The only way she leaves is if she wants to.
Yeah, if she chooses to. But she's doing a lot of stuff with the Lodestone and the AAA thing with The Undertaker. And the fact she's a big Triple H girl as well. I think those are big factors to consider. Does she, there's probably a chance she stays, but you never know. I think she probably stays. Because I don't think Hunter's just going to let her walk like that.
Oh, but we let Ricochet walk 2 years ago. And Ricochet's a big Triple H guy. And it wasn't easy for Ricochet to say to Hunter that, I'm not staying.
What was Ricochet doing on the main roster?
Well, he did use Ricochet consistently in the main roster 2 years ago, but Ricochet chose to leave.
Yeah. Let's be real. Yeah, but let's be real. Was Ricochet going to do anything of importance? Was he going to be a world champion?
Not really.
No. He's in the not-so-demand for a reason. Group of bums.
They wrestled a group of bums, by the way, in Collision.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up, by the way.
Yeah, bums against bums.
Yeah. But I think overall, at the end of the day, I mean, could I see Bayley leave? Yes, but I don't think she leaves. I think the biggest factors are the lodestone that she does. That's linked with WWE. And then the fact she's a Triple H girl, a big Triple H girl is that. I don't think Hunter is that dumb and is just going to let Bayley just walk like that. I don't think he's that dumb to just let her go like that. I think Bayley and Hunter have a very, very good relationship. I know Ricochet and Hunter did too, but I think Bayley and Triple H are a lot more stronger than the one with Ricochet, in my opinion. And also the fact she's doing this AAA stuff with Lola Vice. And I think Flammer as well with AAA with the Undertaker book in AAA. I think those are big factors. And I think because of that, I think there's probably a chance Bayley does indeed stay. In my opinion. So I think that's probably what happens. I could be wrong, but anything happens with Bayley, we'll certainly let you guys know on that. Moving on to the next part of the show. Some little TNA news. I'm going to pull up my notes. Put this here. Sorry, guys, checking my notes. Here we go. Oh. And Adam Carl kicked out again. I don't know why. Probably his internet on his part, but just bear with us right here. Sorry, guys, sending. Make sure Adam Carl gets back in here again. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, folks, but he's back. But yeah, Bayley, I think she stays.
Yeah.
You know, but moving on to the other news of the show, I mentioned now little bit of TNA news. Apparently, two people no longer with TNA, both Mike Santana, which is a given, expected to be in WWE soon. And then this is one here, Eric Young, no longer with TNA. So they've lost Mike Santana, Steve Macklin, Tessa Blanchard, Tommy Dreamer, Sammy Callahan, the Rascals, Jake Something, Ace Austin, Speedball Mike Bayley, Eric Young included in the list as well. Man, TNA's losing everybody.
What's going on over there in the land of TNA?
Oh, but they got Carlos Silva there.
Idiot, he is.
Cuff.
They lost Steve Macklin. They let Steve Macklin go for no fucking reason. They couldn't pay him.
Oh, but I want Aleister Black there and the Wyatt Six there.
Can they even pay those guys?
Yeah, at this rate. Can they?
Holy shit. Like Eric Young, a TNA original, and they let him go too. Why? He was a prominent part on TNA television. He just let him go like that?
A prominent fixture in TNA for 20 years.
Can I just say LOL TNA?
They just never ends.
Oh, why don't you cover TNA Impact on Forbidden Podcast?
They almost have no roster.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have no fucking roster though if they keep this up. The only saving grace on TNA is the Hardy Boys, and they're not going to be there forever. And then Nick Nemeth, who's the world champion, he won't be there forever too. So when those guys go back to WWE, what else are you going to do? Who else do you have? And they lost Joe Hendry, by the way, too. I forgot to mention him, Joe Hendry. They lost Joe Hendry. They lost Jordan Grace. They're going to lose Leon Slater as well. What the hell's going on over there?
Total non-stop departures.
It's TNA.
More like TND.
Yeah. And LOL TNA at its finest.
Come on, bro. There's some good news heading on our way. Road Dogg is going to be the head of creative at TNA.
Mr. DLGO, you didn't know? You better call somebody.
Oh, but they got Apollo Crews there. UA Nation there with Moose. They got Giovanni Vinci, an Amazing Red. What's there to complain about? They got Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander. What's there to sit there and complain about?
And how long are they even gonna be there?
Yeah. Can they even afford to keep these guys and keep them afloat?
Yeah.
Is what I want to know. I mean, they're broke as hell, man. I mean, holy crap. Like is TNA this broke? Can they really not afford anybody on their roster anymore? Like, is it this bad over there? Is it this bad money problems?
I have no idea.
My goodness. It's honestly, bro, over there in TNA, it's a mess. It's a financial mess. It's so bad over there. Like, I didn't even go to college, graduate college from financial accounting administration major. And me, I could pay these wrestlers on time a lot better than Carlos Silva and Anthem Sports. Like, they don't know what they're doing. And bro, it's sad. It's depressing.
A local food market would be afford to pay the TNA wrestlers the Carlos Silva
and pay off any debt and keep these wrestlers and pay them on time and actually fucking pay them. They can't even pay them on time. And you wonder why people are leaving and dropping like flies. Unbelievable. But Eric Young is also gone from TNA, just like Mike Santana. Apparently, there is interest from WWE to bring back Eric Young, probably as like a trainer or a player or like a coach or trainer,
a wrestler / coach.
Yeah, probably in the role that Ty Dillinger's or Sean Spears is doing in NXT. I could see that.
Yeah.
But I think Eric Young is one of those guys that's always had a good relationship with Triple H as well. Yeah. There was a rumor that Eric Young was supposed to come back, by the way, to WWE 3 years ago, but that was canceled because you know who was in charge in 2023, and it wasn't Triple H.
Vince McMahon was there.
And wasn't Eric Young the one years ago to say that Vince McMahon is not a leader or he failed as a leader? Which tell me why he's telling lies.
Yeah, he failed as a leader. He failed as a man.
Well, Vince McMahon is a leader.
He's not anymore.
Yeah.
But apparently Eric Young is probably going to be back in WWE in the future. What do you think? What do you think of Eric Young potentially being back in WWE? Where do you see him fitting in?
He's pretty talented. I mean, he's talented. He can still go in that ring, and he can certainly, coach, the young guys over there in NXT at the Performance Center.
Yes,
there's certainly more roles for him than just being in the ring.
Very true. But
maybe he could become the host on LFG. You never know. Maybe he can interact with Kevin Owens.
Probably. That would probably not be bad. Now, my biggest thing is, I'm just thinking this, would NXT do this? The culling on NXT? I know what you think of the culling, reaction to the culling. They kicked Sean Spears out. I think you have now the culling Izzy Dame and Nico Vance. That's my reaction to Izzy Dame and Nico Vance. They kicked Sean Spears out the group. Are they really is Sean Spears gonna be replaced in the culling with Eric Young?
Please, no.
God help us all if that happens.
The culling are terrible. They're terrible.
But Eric Young is a psychotic cult character. Is Eric Young?
Bro, what's he supposed to do with Nico Vance?
Yeah, a guy who is as green as grass, and I don't see him getting better in the ring either. How long has Nico Vance been there? A couple years, and he sucks.
What's he supposed to do?
You know my thing. They release Aleister Black, Kaylee Ray, and Kairi Sane in the Wyatt Six and the Motor City Machine Guns. Yet they keep Nico Vance. I don't get that. But they kicked Sean Spears out the group, I think, this past Tuesday in NXT, I think. I didn't really give a shit about it because the calling is terrible. But Eric Young, I mean...
What Sean Spears even going to do anyway? Like he's... Like, all he is like, he's in the role he's always been. He's going to be a coach, a performance center.
Yeah. I think Eric Young goes with NXT, and I think he's just there to put the talent over and just transition slowly to a full-time coach. I think is what they're doing with him, I think. And Eric Young is not a spring chicken either. I think he's going to be more in the full-time trainer position eventually. I think I see him doing that. I think he's like in his 40s. He's not young anymore either. So I think
I think he's 47.
He's almost 50. So yeah, I would say yeah. I don't see him wrestling much longer. I think in the next couple of years he's done. Before we hit 2030, I think he's done.
2 years, maybe 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, I think before 2030 hits, I think he's done. Is Eric Young in the ring wrestling full time, or in general? That's what I think. But speaking of returns, Baron Corbin also, I think Bishop Dyer on the Indies, he's wrapping up his work with MLW, and apparently he could be back to WWE. Thoughts on this?
I like it.
This is according to Fightful Select that Corbin is finished up officially with MLW and is returning to WWE in the near future. I think it's a good move. Now, do I trust them? No, but am I happy he's coming back? Yes. How he's booked remains to be seen. Where do I see him? I think he starts on SmackDown.
I think he's gonna be the guy revealed as Danhausen's partner.
Do we see Corbin and Danhausen as a tag team?
Probably.
I don't kind of like that though. I think Corbin is better on his own. You know what I would like to see? Not just Corbin back in WWE, but Corbin back in WWE with Dijak. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is it Dijak and Corbin? Weren't they a tag team in MLW?
Yes. They're a tag
Why
team.
can't we get that on SmackDown in a show that needs tag teams? I think that would be great. And Dijak's killed it on the Indies too.
But when is I think Dijak is still like under contract with MLW.
Yeah.
It's gonna be out for a while.
Yeah. Or, you know what I would like to see? Hear me out. If Braun Breaker's got nothing to do with SummerSlam right now at this time, and he's done with the feud with Seth Rollins, as Seth is facing Roman at SummerSlam for the world title, you know what I would do? Listen to this. If Braun Breaker's got nothing to do at SummerSlam, why don't we do Corbin and Braun Breaker for SummerSlam?
I'd like it.
Remember the.
I mean, anything to get Braun Breaker out of the fucking vision.
Corbin and Breaker were great in NXT. They were weren't they called the Dogs or the War Dogs? Something like that in NXT early 2020, late 2023, going into 2024 on NXT. They were tag team champions down there with Corbin and Breaker. They were a great tag team.
War Dogs. It's already better than the actual War Dogs.
Wait, were they named the War Dogs in NXT?
I think they were named the Dogs of War, I believe.
Dogs of War. Hold on. Let me. I believe you. Let me just look it up so I'm not misconstrued here or giving false information. Let me just see. I think they were the War Dogs in NXT. But here we go. Tag team. Here we go. The Wolf Dogs. The Wolf Dogs. It was the Wolf Dogs. Much better than the War Dogs. But they were a great tag team. They wrestled teams like Fraxium. They had bangers, and I think they wrestled at Stand and Deliver against Fraxium. It was very good, and I was there for that show live. Very, very good stuff. Then they broke them up Breaker and Corbin in the 2024 draft, they sent Corbin to Raw and then Corbin to SmackDown separately. And they had Baron Corbin team with who? Apollo Crews, which wasn't the same. They should have absolutely kept Breaker and Corbin together on the main roster in 2024. They should have absolutely done that. Now with Corbin, with rumors of Corbin coming back to WWE, I was thinking SmackDown, but I think Corbin is a better fit for Raw. And if you have him in a story with Braun Breaker on Raw, especially going into SummerSlam, that's what I'd love to see. And eventually get the Wolf Dogs back together on Raw and a show that also needs tag teams. You need tag teams in general. Why not reunite the Wolf Dogs on Raw? I'd love to see it. Can you imagine we get the Wolf Dogs and the Street Profits for the tag titles? We get Breaker out of the Vision. We get Breaker and Corbin back together. Wrestle the Street Profits on Raw for the World Tag Team titles. Sign me up.
That'd be great.
You know, anything to get Breaker out of the Vision. Apparently, speaking of the Vision, though, I think there's I read another story that the Vision, I think it came today, that they're trying to restructure in a different image of the Vision, I think, according to WrestleVotes.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I think it's WrestleVotes. Let me see. WrestleVotes. He said something about they're uncertain about the Vision. There's something like that. Where is it? If I can find it. Oh, here we go. The WWE is reportedly discussing the future of the Vision faction with internal opinions split on whether the group should continue or come to an end. I would just end the Vision. I would honestly just end the Vision.
This faction is a lost cause.
It's cursed. You don't even need Danhausen for the division to be cursed. It's been cursed before Danhausen even came to WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been cursed since October.
Yeah. And now they're thinking about what, adding Maxine Dupree to the group. They have Austin Theory. They have Logan Paul, Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed is out. Oh, but you got Austin Theory and Logan Paul. Logan Paul's hurt. Austin Theory, don't even get me started on him. Loser. The pin guy in the Vision.
Yeah, the pin eater.
yeah.
What does he do?
He loses. He's always the fall guy. He always takes the pin.
Yeah. Bronson Reed is injured.
Didn't Austin Theory lose Monday on Raw too?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah, lost to Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
The Vision is dead. I'm sorry.
You got Logan Paul is hurt. Bronson Reed is hurt. And before that, Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins got hurt. Like, why is this faction still a thing?
I don't fucking get it, but I don't know, man. It's just, I would just end the group, honestly. But get Braun Breaker out of the Vision. Let's get Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin back together as the Wolf Dogs on Monday Night Raw. I think that's the best thing.
Yeah.
So I would say do that. And, you know, WWE, and speaking, and this leads to the next thing. If WWE is serious about their revitalizing their tag division, why'd you let go of the Motor City Machine Guns?
Why did you let go of the New Day?
The New Day.
Oh, but they asked the New Day. Ari Emanuel and Mark Shapiro asked Kofi and Woods to take a pay cut.
The same New Day who who they resigned 6 months earlier.
Then Ari has to step in. Oh, we're $6 billion in debt, $4 million in debt, $4 billion in debt, and we need you to take a pay cut, guys.
You were the ones who resigned them.
Yeah.
The same New Day that were ice cold, even in like last year. Yet you chose to resign them.
Jesus Christ. But if WWE is serious about revitalizing their tag division, then you need to get behind this team, make them the faces of that division. Apparently, Enzo and Cass, listen to this. I got it pulled up right here, and I'm actually very happy that there's reports of them coming back. How they're booked remains to be seen. Hopefully they're booked better this time. And it's interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see how Triple H books them compared to Vince, because Vince did them no favors at all. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see how Paul Levesque books them, and thank God Vince isn't booking them. But I will say this: how they're booked remains to be seen. But I'm very happy they're at least getting another crack in WWE, and I couldn't be more happier for them. Apparently, Enzo and Cass. If I can pull this up, it's right here. Apparently, Big Cass is set to leave AEW soon, as his contract is coming up. I think he's a free agent next week. I think his AEW contract is expiring. I think next week? It's expiring very, very soon. Big Bill.
Yeah.
And apparently WWE's bringing him back as Big Cass. And I think they wanted to wait for Big Bill to be a free agent to bring Enzo and Cass back together. And I've seen Enzo Amore's work as real one, by the way, in the Indies. I will say, and honestly, he has gotten better as a person, and he's gotten a little better in the ring, decent in the ring. He's better in the ring too. And as a person, he's really turned his life around, because I remember in the late 2010s, he was inviting people backstage that didn't need to be there. He was causing all kinds of ruckuses and causing problems. He was just being an asshole. And I think Enzo and Cass didn't want to team with him anymore. They were having problems and they weren't friends anymore. And Enzo was just a mess in 2017. Then 2018, he got let go. Big Cass got let go that same year, months later as well. But I'm glad to see Enzo at least turn his life around for the better, and for Enzo and Cass to finally be friends again. And now they're back, and it looks like WWE's giving him another crack. And I'm actually very happy for Enzo and Cass. I am. So what do you think of this whole thing? Enzo and Cass coming back to WWE apparently very soon.
That's a good move. I mean,
Yeah.
and both guys have turned their lives around.
Yeah.
They certainly have gotten better as in-ring performers. So they certainly deserve a second chance.
Yeah, and I do think Big Cass will do much better off and do a lot more better in WWE than he ever was in AEW. Big Bill didn't do jack shit in AEW. Let's be real. What did Big Bill do?
Oh, but the learning tree.
Hi guys.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, every Dynamite, we always heard that intro. I am the learning tree.
Yeah. Who do you have? Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and who else? Brian Keith. Brian Keith, who? Who's he? Irrelevant? Relevant jobber in AEW? Yeah, okay, yeah, him. And now where is Brian Keith?
Jobber.
Oh, but you got Chris Jericho back.
What's he doing?
Oh, he's feuding with Tommaso Ciampa.
I like it, but it's like the feud over what the name Tommy, like who writes this shit?
They're building around the feud that he's bald. Jericho hates bald people.
Yeah, Jericho hates bald men.
Yeah.
Jericho and Ciampa could be very good, but that booking in AEW has done them no favors whatsoever. And that's on them, the creative. Or on Tony Khan. There is no creative in AEW. The AEW creative is Tony Khan.
Yeah, they were in a tag team. Big Bill and Brian Keith, they changed their tag team name to Paid in Full.
Huh? Paid in Full?
Because they are the insurance policy. They get paid as hired guns.
Yeah.
They get paid as hired guns to lose.
Yeah, pretty much losers.
Yeah.
And Big Bill
they did this whole learning tree thing for a year. Oh, and then Jericho just walks away for a year. They never conclude it.
Nope.
Yeah. There was no payoff, no resolution. Then Jericho returns, and then there is no mention of him being a part of the learning tree.
And then before this, Big Bill was a tag team champion with Ricky Starks. They took Ricky Saints off television in AEW for like a year before he left and went to NXT as Ricky Saints. When
They were actually a good tag team.
What?
They were actually a good team, Ricky and Big Cass.
Yeah. But Big Bill, I mean, not all of his AEW run was terrible. He did solid in the beginning, but make no bones about it, after that, he went only down from there. The last time he did anything relevant in AEW was his tag team with Ricky Saints, and that was it. Ricky Starks. But I have to be real, and I would be lying if I didn't tell you this. Tony Khan fumbled Big Bill. Oh, and Adam Carl's probably frozen again. Adam Carl's frozen again, ladies and gentlemen. Probably Tony Khan didn't like what Adam Carl and I had to say about his precious AEW. He probably didn't like it that I said that Tony fumbled Big Bill, which he did fumble Big Bill, let's be real. He did. Yep. Adam Carl kicked out of stream again, yeah. I wonder if Tony Khan's hacking the stream, bro. I wonder. Wonder if Tony Khan even watches Forbidden Podcast in FioriousNation. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Maybe Tony Khan is a fan of FioriousNation. You know? Maybe he's such a fan that he didn't like what I had to say. Well, fact is, Tony Khan fumbled, dropped the ball on Big Bill big time. He could have been something in AEW, but Tony Khan just didn't know what to do with him. And Big Bill didn't do jack shit. You could tell he was not happy. He wasn't doing a damn thing there. And honestly, Big Bill getting out of AEW, right move. And I don't blame him. And good on Big Bill for getting out of this BS that's AEW and getting out of there and going back home to WWE. And you'll be much better off there than he was in AEW. He did fuck all in AEW. He did absolutely nothing in AEW. And he just wasted away there. In WWE, he'll be doing a lot more and better there. Meaningful, worthwhile stuff there than he ever did in AEW. And the fact is, Big Bill, Big Cass is a tall guy. Tony Khan just doesn't know how to book big men properly, where WWE knows how to book big men properly. It's their bread and butter. Like, Tony Khan knows how to book indie guys more than big men. Big Cass, I think, would thrive in WWE because he's a big guy. He's got the look. He's 7 foot tall. And Adam Carl's back, by the way. Yeah. Sorry, Tony Khan. Facts are facts. Tony Khan, again, I think you can agree, Adam Carl. Tony Khan dropped the ball on Big Bill, big time.
Yeah. He should have been more than he really was.
You could tell he was not happy, and Tony did not know what to do with him. And I knew this was coming, and honestly, it's the right move. He did jack shit there. And like, he wasn't going to do anything there. And I think he's better off in WWE. He did absolutely.
The only reason he was even on television was because he was paired up with Jericho. Because
Exactly.
Jericho liked him.
Yeah.
Like, what did they do after the learning tree?
Nothing. It wasn't even mentioned by the commentators.
Yeah. When was the last time he was on AEW television? Was February.
Yeah.
This year. And he and Brian Keith lost to the Rascals in a parking lot brawl.
You need any more indication that Tony Khan doesn't know what to do with Big Bill? There you go.
Yeah, this is the same Rascals who were just also on AEW television recently. So
Yep.
So that should tell you who Tony prefers.
And it sucks that Big Bill had to suffer for this. You know, Tony Khan is a child. Like, you know, Tony Khan in AEW, it's a toy store company. And what I mean by that is when every time Tony Khan brings in a former WWE guy to AEW, it's like a shiny new toy for Tony, gets excited about it, and he's happy to play with it for like 3 weeks. And then afterwards, he gets tired of him, doesn't want to play with him anymore. And he puts them away in the used toy chest to collect dust for like 16 to 24 weeks to never be seen or heard from again and only be used when Tony wants to. And it's a shame. And sadly, Big Bill suffered for that.
I don't even think Big Bill challenged for a singles championship.
No, not even a TNT title. And he could have, and he should have.
Not even
Tony
an
didn't
international
do that.
title.
Yeah. Tony fumbled Big Bill. Big Cass is going to be a lot better off in WWE. Mark my words. And also, Kevin Dunn isn't there, by the way, to fuck over Big Bill. Remember how Big Cass got fired from WWE in the middle of 2018?
He said a curse word to Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, he cussed out Kevin Dunn, and then Kevin Dunn went right to Vince McMahon and said, "Vince, I want Big Cass fired," and Big Cass got fired.
Here's a fact to Kevin Dunn: nobody likes you.
Like
Big
Big
Cass
Cass
was right to curse
disobeyed
you
Kevin
out.
Dunn. Big Cass disobeyed Kevin Dunn. It was during the Daniel Bryan story where Big Cass wanted to beat up on the little midget.
Yeah.
The little Daniel Bryan, not Daniel Bryan, like the little mini Daniel Bryan. It was a promo, and Big Cass wanted to do more of a big boot, like a beatdown, and he was told no, and he did it anyway. Then Big Cass was cutting not good promos. He wasn't listening to Kevin Dunn in his promo rehearsals and didn't want to sit down for rehearsals with Kevin Dunn. And he refused to listen to the Kevin Dunn. And then eventually Big Cass got fired. And he jobbed out to Daniel Bryan twice on the pay-per-view, 2 times in a row. I think in 2018 at Backlash and then Money in the Bank, he lost clean to Daniel Bryan.
I think he tapped out.
Yep.
To Daniel Bryan. Yes. 5'8", 200-pound Bryan Danielson tapped out. 7 foot, 300-pound Big Bill.
Yeah.
That's how you know Big Cass's WWE career was in the toilet.
And then Big Cass left the WWE in 2018 on bad terms. Him and like Vince and Kevin Dunn had a big argument, and then Big Cass was let go.
Yeah.
And now Vince is not there anymore, along with Kevin Dunn. So it'll be very interesting to see how Triple H books Enzo and Cass.
Did Big Cass also have alcohol issues?
Yes, I think he was wasn't it like May 2018 a WWE tour on a tour bus in the UK? I think Big Bill was acting drunk, and I think Big Cass was acting drunk, and I think he was kicked out of the tour bus.
Yeah. Yeah,
because he was acting
the year before that
also,
also
he got kicked off the tour bus.
Yeah, he had alcohol issues, and I think the year before that, Enzo was kicked off the bus tour by Roman.
On Miz TV, I think on Raw in late 2017, Miz mentioned that, where Enzo was like in the segment, I sometimes I don't think before I speak. Then Miz like, well, that's the thing about you, Enzo. You don't listen, and that's why you're kicked out of the locker room. You kicked off the tour bus. You don't listen, Enzo, because there's so much talent in you, but you make mistake after mistake. Like Miz mentioned that.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, not a big Miz fan, but he was not wrong.
Yeah. He was seeking the facts.
Saying it's like, you don't listen, Enzo. Like, you and Cass are so great in NXT, but look at you now. Like, time progresses, Enzo, and you don't know when to shut your mouth. Which was true back then, because Enzo, I think, even ran his mouth to Conor McGregor. And like I said, back in the late 2010s, I was a big fan of Enzo and Cass in their black and gold NXT days and the how you doing and soft and you can't teach that. They were such a great charismatic tag team, sold a lot of merch, so popular in NXT and on the main roster and throughout most of 2016 when they got called up to the main roster on Raw. But it's like the issues like Enzo did. Like I said, he brought people backstage and back in the backstage that people that didn't need to be, that didn't belong there. Like so inappropriate.
He was inviting people to bathrooms when he shouldn't have.
One of my with my older brother, one of his friends even told me the story of that he did hear that it was actually reported that was going on, and I believe him, and I believed him, and he was right. Like inviting people in the back that don't fucking belong there whatsoever, and Enzo brought them right in. For no reason, foolishly.
What was he doing?
And then the locker room, and then the wrestlers in the back really didn't like him, and they wanted him out of the locker room. They didn't want him in the locker room with them. They kicked him out of the locker room. Like he wasn't allowed to change in the locker room. A la Miz when Miz was kicked out of the locker room 20 years ago, he wasn't allowed to change in the locker room for several months. Had to go change in bathrooms where the fans would use the bathrooms. He had to go change in little custodial closets and find little hallways to change.
The Miz was kicked out of the locker room because he was eating chicken.
Yeah, Benoit kicked Miz out of the locker room saying, "You're not one of the boys. I don't want you changing in the locker room. You need to go find somewhere else to change." And he kicked him out and threw his bag out, all for eating chicken. He was blamed for getting chicken scraps all over a referee's bag.
Oh my God. Yeah, me. Yeah, this is what we're kicking people out for, because they were hungry. Nobody, none of these mentors, supposed mentors, were guiding them.
Man, such a toxic locker room environment back then, 20 years ago. It's a lot different, better now, but back then it was so bad.
Yeah, but at least with Enzo's case, it was actually justified for him to be kicked out. Like, why are you inviting some random people into the bathroom?
Yeah, they don't belong there at all. They have no business being there. They don't work there. They're not wrestlers. They're not staff. Why are they there? Why are you just letting them allowed in the back?
Literally.
And then I think he did something else inappropriate too. Like, and it was just the one problem after another with this guy. And the wrestlers just had enough of him. And then Cass didn't want to team with him anymore, and they split them up in the middle of 2017, where it was revealed Cass attacked Enzo when Kurt Angle was Raw GM. I remember that promo still to this day. I think that was a work. I think it may have been a work where Cass is like, do you have any idea, Enzo, what it's like to team with you? I think that was a work, but also a shoot. I think at the time, Enzo and Cass really weren't friends anymore at that point when they broke them up.
Yeah. Like, Enzo was causing so much trouble.
Yeah. He was. And then it's like, I think when Big Cass injured his leg right after SummerSlam 2017, that Raw in Brooklyn, which I was there live, by the way. I think Enzo and Cass had like some kind of street fight, and Cass injured his leg pretty bad. He was out for like the rest of the year. And I think Enzo was saying shit about Cass's injury, which was very tasteless. And it's just, like I said, just one thing after another with Enzo, and it piled on top. And it was to a point where it was like enough was enough, and then they let Enzo go in the beginning of 2018. And then I'll never forget the 2018 Survivor Series in Los Angeles. Enzo came as a fan, tried to invade the show, and he got quickly dispatched by security and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just one freaking thing after another with Enzo. Like, you couldn't catch a break with this guy. Just causing all these issues, causing nothing but trouble. Stuff like that. Like I said, inviting people in the back that didn't need to be there. And just still doing all this kind of inappropriate stuff that wasn't needed or necessary. And I think that's what really did him in. But it's like, but then it's like, then, like I said, he was in attendance at the 2018 Survivor Series, and Adam Carl's back, by the way. Enzo was trying to get himself over to the 2018 Survivor Series in the front row, and he got quickly escorted out by security. What's going on? Frozen again? What the hell's going on? Oh boy. Wrestling. Oh boy. Again, I don't know what's going on with Adam Carl. The internet, it's thought I got him back and now frozen again. I'm sorry, guys. So yep, then it froze him again. I don't know, man. I don't know. Apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with me getting Adam Carl back in here. Again, I'm sorry throughout the stream. Adam Carl froze in the chat. I apologize for that. So. See if I can get Adam Carl back in here in the chat. See what I can do. Here we go. Okay, let's see here. Guys. What's going on? Sorry, guys. Just getting them back in here. See if I can get him back in here. Hold on. Let me see here. Copied. Back in the chats. Get him in here. Boom. Show that, guys. Get in here. So, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on a second. Oh, where's my? Oh, now I'm blurry a little bit. I don't know what happened to my camera. Oh, there we go. Almost getting there. Hold on. What if I can do this a little bit? Hold on. Get to there. What if I try this again? Okay. All right. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. Yes. All right. Not blurry anymore. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to reach out to Adam Carl, getting back in here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's internet problems on his end, so I apologize on that inconvenience, ladies and gentlemen. Just gonna wrap this up really quickly and get out of here. Don't know how long Adam Carl is gonna. I don't know how Adam Carl's gonna get back here. Just trying to send him back in here, but I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe he's doing stuff. I don't know if he's. I think his internet connection's not working. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but just gonna move on real quick and just wrap this up before I get out of here. So yeah, that's the Enzo and Cass stuff. Yeah, very popular in NXT, and then they fumbled on the main roster. I mean, combination of Vince's bad booking and also Enzo and Cass having real life problems with each other. Then they weren't friends anymore, that kind of stuff. But then they left the company during 2018, and then then Enzo reinvented himself on the indies eventually. I've watched him live with the indie wrestling in the Northeast where I'm at. I've watched him wrestle, watched him get better as a person, as a wrestler. He's even wrestled for Awesome Championship Wrestling, ACW. It's been around for a year and a half. Having another ACW show, Poughkeepsie, New York, Awesome Championship Wrestling on July the 18th in 2 weeks, called ACW Independence Day. Enzo is scheduled to be there. Though with Enzo and Cass turning soon, I'm not sure if Enzo's still going to be on that show, but we'll see. And if he is still on that show, that may be Enzo's last ACW show before he goes back home to WWE. But I've watched Enzo wrestle on the indies, reinvent himself live in front of me at the indie shows in the Northeast, including ACW. And I will tell you, he has gotten better, and he has gotten much better as a person as well. So, and it's nice to see Enzo turn his life around as well. It's a nice thing to see and to get his act together. So happy to see that. And I'm happy for Enzo and Cass to finally get another shot, to get a second chance in WWE. And I think with Vince out now, I know Triple H is not a perfect booker, but with Vince out and Kevin Dunn out, it might be better for Enzo and Cass second time around in WWE. It might be. I don't trust their current creative, though Triple H is there. But you still got Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes there, unfortunately. But I'm hoping Enzo and Cass have a better run in WWE the second time than the first time. And I think Enzo and Cass themselves know they have to get this right, because they've tried turning their lives around after their releases and reinvented themselves on the indies and stuff. I think Enzo and Cass themselves, I think deep down they both know, especially, that with them turning their lives around, that they have to get this right as well. Because I think another factor, it's not one factor, it was multiple factors that led to Enzo and Cass' downfall and then eventual departures from their first run in WWE. Not just the Vince bad booking, but a factor of that, and and also with Enzo and Cass with their problems. I don't know if Enzo what kind of drugs he was on, or with Cass with the drinking. I think it had to be a multiple factor of things that caused all that. With Enzo and Cass departing, both Enzo and Cass departing from WWE throughout 2018. So I think Enzo and Cass both know as well themselves that they have to get this right. Like, this is like a second chance. You don't get many second chances in life in general. And I think Enzo and Cass, deep down, they got to get this right. Hopefully. There we go. Yes. He's back. Hopefully.
Some internet problems.
Yes. So we apologize on that. But Enzo and Cass, they got, I think, Enzo and Cass have to get this right second time around. I don't think it was one thing. It was multiple things that led to Enzo and Cass's downfall in 2018 in WWE, not just Vince bad booking.
Yeah. They did have some problems. But that's all behind them, obviously.
And it's great to see them turn their lives around, especially Enzo.
Yeah.
And Enzo was a guy that, and even at the 2018 Survivor Series, he was getting escorted out. Like, he was pretty much blackballed by WWE, but it's really nice to see him turn it around and turn his life around, get his act together. I love this. And It's really good to see that with Enzo, to really turn his entire life around. And the same thing with Cass, especially Enzo. And I'm very happy they're friends again and they're speaking and they're on good terms again. And I think, it'll be interesting to see how Triple H books them. Do I trust the WWE? No, but even though Triple H is there, but you got Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes still there. But it'll be interesting to see how Triple H books them compared to Vince. But they got to get this right with Enzo and Cass. They have to. They have to. And I think Enzo and Cass, even though they even have to succeed this time than their first run.
Yeah.
Now with Enzo and Cass coming back, where do you see them? Do you see them on the main roster, or do you see them in NXT first? Because they're also a team that have never won the NXT tag team titles before. Could you see them starting NXT first? Because they're another show that needs tag teams desperately.
I think so.
Like, who do they have down there?
Have them start on NXT first, definitely.
Yeah, have them at least win the tag titles there before bringing them back to the main roster. If you bring them back to Raw or SmackDown, are they really going to know what to do with them at this time? No. But I think if you put them in NXT first, I think that would be a good start for them.
Yeah.
Like, NXT tag teams, they have the Vanity Project, and who else do they have? I may be forgetting. Oh, Hank and Tank. Who else do they have?
Oh, no, bro. They have the Culling.
I think, they broke up Sean Spears and Nico Vance of the Culling.
They have
OTM.
Yuck.
They're Crime Time guys, right?
They are not.
What they're
never were, never will be.
Are they JTG and Shad 2.0?
Do not ever compare them to Crime Time. Crime Time actually were talented. They had charisma.
Yeah, and now Bronco Nima's in this AAA faction booked by Undertaker as well, with Carmen Petrovich, Daga, and Angel Umberto. So, yeah, NXT's tag division is just as bad, if not worse than the main roster's tag division. So, I would say Enzo and Cass start in NXT first before coming back to the main roster. Have them in NXT for like a year, then bring them back to the main roster sometime next year. I think that's the way to go. But I'm happy Enzo and Cass are coming back. We'll see how they're booked on in WWE with their second run going forward. We'll see. And user.xf30q in chat, long time see. What's up? But moving on to the next topic of discussion, really quick. I was thinking, I'm hoping Adam Carl can get back in here soon because I'm sure he'd love to talk about this. Raja Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, to jail. Now, this is what is said right here. If I can pull this up, it says here, Raja Jackson back in police custody as of yesterday, July 2nd, today, July 3rd. So Raja Jackson is apparently back in police custody. Good. Attempted fucking murder, this guy, Raja Jackson, who almost killed Psycho Stu at an indie show. Now, apparently, with this sentence, this according with Fightful, Raja Jackson's jail sentence began after his July 2nd court appearance. Raja Jackson, son of former UFC light heavyweight champion Quentin Rampage Jackson, was jailed on July 2nd for an August 2025 incident that occurred at a Knox K pro wrestling event in California. Raja Jackson must serve 90 days in jail, spend 2 years on formal probation, and pay $81,000 of restitution to Psycho Stu. And apparently Psycho Stu holds no grudges to Raja Jackson either. But what are your thoughts real quick on this whole Raja Jackson thing?
He should be jailed for life.
This guy attempted murder on an indie wrestler for no reason.
Literally. Like, why
He's
is
in
he
jail.
now getting arrested? They should have been arrested the moment it happened.
And apparently, according to the police custody, he's back in custody as of July 2nd.
But Raja Jackson's not in the bin.
Yes, he is. Throw him in the bin.
Both.
Raja and Rampage Jackson. And wasn't that the same indie promotion partner with WWE that was Rikishi's promotion, and it got canceled by WWE after that incident? And rightfully so.
Yeah. Yes. Rikishi's promotion.
All I will say is, fuck Raja Jackson.
Always.
Fuck Raja Jackson and Rampage Jackson, who did nothing about it. He was still streaming, by the way, mind you. Instead of stepping in and putting a stop to it, he did nothing about it.
Yeah.
But Raja Jackson said he always wanted to beat the shit of a pro wrestler.
There is no excuse. There's no excuse to what happened.
None. Glad he's going to jail, but he should be in jail for life. Fuck him. Raja Jackson.
Yeah.
And then I also want to touch base real quick. I don't know if this really means anything, but I seen this yesterday. Apparently, public voicemail audio leaked out between Ari Emanuel and Vince McMahon.
Oh my God.
There's three things in life.
Death, taxes, and Vince McMahon always getting into trouble.
Apparently, this week, there was this from John Pollock, by the way, with Brandon Thurston and Pollock. This week, we go through the now public voicemails from Vince McMahon and Ari Emanuel on the process that Brandon Thurston went through. Now it says that, plus the Stephanie McMahon component to the story and her pitch for Vince not to sell the company. Now, reading this as well with this Vince and Ari shit, apparently there's something, the audio released of Ari Emanuel's 2022 offer of legal help to Vince McMahon amid the federal investigations. Quote, there's ways around this. Now, I will not leak this audio because I don't want to get copyright struck, but apparently, quote from Ari to Vince, there's ways around this. And then Vince giving a voicemail after Ari, shit like that. This whole fucking thing with Ari and Vince. Fuck Vince McMahon and fuck Ari Emanuel. Is all I gotta say. What are your thoughts on this, real quick? I don't even want to talk about this much because it sickens me.
Am I surprised? Like, seriously, is anybody surprised with what this guy is doing?
The guy is Vince is nothing but fucking trouble. And why would you want this man back? There are idiots out there that want this fucking pedophile Vince McMahon back. Could not ever be me.
But Triple H plays it fucking safe. He's no better.
I'd much rather him than Vince McMahon in charge.
Literally.
Not shocked at this at all, but it sickens me. It really does sicken me.
But Vince McMahon could come back.
You do realize sponsorships would pull out like that if Vince was brought back. No, he's not coming back. He's done.
And he should never be brought back.
Yeah. Vince tarnished his own legacy, and he's done for. He ain't ever coming back. And no, not even in a Hall of Fame. He
should never, ever be in any Hall of Fame. The only Hall of Fame you should be in is the Hall of Shame.
But Benoit,
no. He's in there with Benoit, the Hall of Shame. Benoit and Vince will never, ever go in the Hall of Fame. They should not go in. They will never go in. Not now, not ever. The whole thing is, now they settled the shareholder lawsuit Now, I wonder if this means anything. I doubt it, but we'll see. But this is alarming, honestly. This may trigger something. I don't know. But this whole fucking thing is terrible. With the voicemail. Vince was never retired in 2022. Let's be real on that. Vince never wanted to go.
He was forced out.
All this man had to do was accept the retirement, swallow the bitter pill, and stay the fuck away. And let his family run the company. And Vince couldn't do any of that. He could do none of that. And he sold it to his friend Ari. And you look at the company and the product that it is now. It's terrible. They don't care. You got Ari in there who's like Vince but worse.
Literally.
And you can thank Vince McMahon for the mess they're in. Yet people want him back.
He's the one who sold the TKO.
And sold to
When
Endeavor.
all he had to do was swallow his pride and stay away.
Yeah, swallow his big ego, that massive ego of his, and just stay away. And let his daughter and his son.
His ego is bigger than the Eiffel Tower itself.
And Stephanie didn't want the company sold either. It was also in this thing, too. No shit. No shit.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
I don't know if this, again, I don't know if these things mean or lead to anything, but it's so bad. It's so bad. But concluding today's episode, the wrestling weekend, Night of Champions, Slammiversary, Forbidden Door, and Great American Bash. Which one do you think was better? If you had to rank it.
I would say the Great American Bash was the better show. Forbidden Door being the second one.
What about Slammiversary?
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was solid.
I would say Slammiversary, NXT, Great American Bash, Night of Champions, and in fourth and last place, Forbidden Door. Or the not so Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Went until 1 a.m, by the way, Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Forbidden Door was not bad, but it was too damn long. It was too fucking long. But then the Great American Bash was not bad either. Kendall Gray's a new NXT Women's Champion. She had a banger match with Lola Vice. Very, very good. And couldn't be more happy for Kendall Gray.
Yeah. This was a great match. They played mostly the second half of it. Was, and it was good. It was intense. And congratulations to Kendall Gray. The time was now for her to be champion.
Yeah, it was time. Yeah. There was
now
or never for
Kendall. Honestly, I think we see Lola. My God, yeah. There's a new gimmick for Lola Vice. She drinks a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Maybe she could give one of those to Damian Priest.
Yeah. Lola Vice, I think goes to SmackDown.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe you can have her with Damian Priest on television.
Probably. I mean, Priest needs something. He's ice cold.
Yeah. These would give Priest a direction.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's in a tag team with R-Truth.
What is it doing? This Damian Priest and R-Truth tag team, I ask.
Nothing.
But you can't do that to R-Truth.
Bro, what is R-Truth doing on television?
Absolutely nothing.
Zero. If anything, this team is dragging Priest down.
Yeah. How do we get Priest and Truth away from each other and get Damian Priest in a SmackDown pairing with Lola Vice? Have them this like Puerto Rican Latina thing going on. That would be something. That could be something right there, and I would not mind that. But Lola Vice gets called up. Tatum Paxley lost her North American title rematch with Zarya. I think Tatum Paxley goes to Raw and gets involved in the Bayley Lyra story on Raw, I think. I think that's what they do. Tony D retained the NXT title against Nakaru. I was predicting Nakaru won, but he didn't win. Then, like I said, Forbidden Door, Ospreay and Swerve. Ospreay won. Mercedes won the Owen Cups. No surprise. There is one match. I think there's one match on Forbidden Door I would recommend go watching. Mercedes and Maya. That was really good, though.
Yeah, that was an excellent match.
And Maya World was made, too.
Yeah, that was an amazing match. And Maya had an incredible performance.
Say what you want about Mercedes, but she really made Maya World here.
Yeah, it was definitely a star-making performance from Maya.
Absolutely. She wasn't going to beat Mercedes, but man, Maya World was officially made. And Mercedes put her over big. So, I mean, shout out to Mercedes Monea for getting Maya World like the talk of the town right now. So, shout out to Mercedes Monea with that. And wasn't Maya World in the tag team where on Collision she fought Nixon Newell and her girlfriend?
Yep.
Nixon Newell should have swallowed her ego and just not do what she did. Had she not done what she did, she probably would have been in this situation with Maya World.
Yeah. It probably would have been Nixon and instead of it would have been Nixon and Mercedes instead of Maya Mercedes.
Probably. Yeah, but
that's why you gotta be professional, people.
Yeah. Nixon Newell and her girlfriend didn't want to lose in 3 minutes. That's why you should have listened to Tony.
You're not even under contract. You haven't been booked in months by anybody. And here's this one guy who's willing to give you a chance, and here you are saying that doesn't work for me, brother.
Nixon blew her chance, man. She did. She should not have blown that
chance. She thought she was Hogan. Like she isn't even Horace Hogan.
But Maya World was made, and I watched the match really good, and I'm sure it's not, and we definitely want to see more of Maya World. But then we had Night of Champions. I'll be real, that was not a good show. Night of Champions was not good, and that crowd did no favors at all. At all.
Well, we also had that steel cage match at Forbidden Door. We had an appearance from the Boogeyman,
Leo Rush.
Yeah. I'm Leo Rush, and I'm coming to get you.
Except you don't have the worms. You're missing the worms, bro. Remember, the Boogeyman ate the worms.
Yo, nobody wants to see the worms, bro.
And I don't really regurgitate my lunch either with the worms mentioned, but
what grown man is going to be eating worms on live television?
Certainly not me. You couldn't pay me to eat worms, bro.
Yeah, we had the steel cage match. The baby faces won. The conglomeration and Takeshita and Darby beat the Don Callis family and MJF.
And Andrade's apparently out of the Don Callis family too. Good.
He should be out on no planet. She should be in the Don Callis family.
If Zelina Vega and Aleister Black are not going to TNA, how about Zelina Vega and AEW managing Andrade? And at least Andrade's fucking away from the Don Callis family. That is the best thing that is the best thing for Andrade. He was going nowhere in that group.
Yeah. He was pigeonholed in the Don Callis family. The 200 members of them.
Yeah. And he's away from them.
All 200 members of them.
And Andrade's no longer with the Don Callis family group. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And he's over now as a babyface.
Yep.
Well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what else do we have at Forbidden Door? What other match at Forbidden Door? But
Kenny against Zack Sabre.
Good match, but again, what does it mean?
Nothing.
The rest of the show. Yeah, the rest of the show. Yeah, I didn't give it.
Edge and Christian retained against the Dogs.
Moving on. I think we had Jay White come back as well.
Yeah, that was a nice moment.
Jay White is back. Good.
Yeah, finally.
And
we had the Young Bucks defeating Unbound Company and Mystico and Margarita Dorada in a triple threat tag team match.
Yeah, moving on.
We had John Moxley retaining against Bandito. retaining the Continental Championship against Bandito.
Love Bandito, but moving on. But Forbidden Door was a waste. I didn't even watch the show. Didn't even watch the show at all. Night of Champions was not good. I'll be real. Night of Champions was not good. Jey Uso, Obafemi, terrible match. And I thought Jey Uso was winning, thank God, but Obafemi won. Now Oben Brock is official for SummerSlam Hell in a Cell, and Obafemi gave up his King of the Ring. Hold on, let me drink my thing here. Again, Adam Carl's kicked out of the chat. I don't know why. It's internet problems, but working on it. There we go. Yeah, back now. Sorry about that.
Just internet.
Anyway,
On internet.
Yeah. I think we'll just wrap this up in real quickly. But yeah, Night of Champions, Elba, Femi, Jey Uso. And then Elba wins King of the Ring, and Elba gives it up to have Brock and Elba at SummerSlam and Hell in a Cell. Elba doesn't fight for the world title at SummerSlam. You could have done this with Seth and Braun as the King of the Ring finals, and Seth win the King of the Ring finals and go on to face Roman for the world title at SummerSlam. Instead of making it so just to make it so overcomplicated. You didn't have to fucking do that. Like, why? So you make King of the Ring like Money in the Bank.
Just a mess.
So let me get this straight. You have Obafemi in this King of the Ring, have him win, only to relinquish his title shot. Like, make it like Money in the Bank. Like, why?
So what? So he's gonna cash in whenever he wants. He doesn't even hold the briefcase.
Well, they didn't make King of the Ring like Money in the Bank. You don't understand that it's just for the have to tie up. You can't have Alba do double duty.
Don't even have it win King of the Ring then.
Well, you couldn't do Seth and Braun for the King of the Ring. That's too predictably boring, and we've seen it enough times, Seth and Braun.
Bro, you built the entire King of the Ring around it.
None of this would have been an issue had Braun won the first round match along with Seth, and if you didn't give it to Dominic Mysterio, and who else was in there? Javon Evans?
Yeah.
Why was even Jey Uso in the tournament to begin with?
He had no business being in the tournament.
He botched a super kick in this match with Elba when Elba got the fall from grace powerbomb finish countered by Jey Uso.
Oh my God.
Never, after Jey had a terrible match with Elba, never, after that match, never have Jey Uso in world title matches or opportunities for a world title ever again. But apparently, with SmackDown tapings, he fought Cody Rhodes tonight on SmackDown, taped SmackDown tonight, and a WWE title #1 contenders match. Why? Why? Someone in the back must have a fucking hard-on for Jey Uso.
Let me get this straight. The guy who finished runner-up is trying to get another shot at a world championship, yet the guy who wins King of the Ring has to wait for his title shot.
But wins and losses don't matter, buddy.
But the winner of the King of the Ring, they have established it. The winner of the King of the Ring gets a guaranteed championship match at SummerSlam.
They literally shit all over the King of the Ring this year. They literally shit all over it this year.
What else? So we had Io Sky defeating Liv Morgan.
The
same Liv Morgan, who, by the way, is the women's world champion and has not had a single title defense since winning it at WrestleMania. She's
the greatest women's world champion of all time. I cover my ears when I hear that. It's go away. It's starting to go away heat.
Greatest women's world champion of all time, and yet here she is, zero title defenses, zero good storylines, and she's getting.
And can we get Stephanie Van back on TV to save this EO Liv shit going into SummerSlam? That's the only way to save it.
Yeah. And here she's gonna defend the title against the same woman who beat her. Make it make sense. Why was she in this tournament to begin with?
Beats me. Instead of releasing Kairi saying you could have had her in this tournament. Anybody. I even would have took Ivy Nile. Anybody. Even Kendall Gray, even if it was a one-off from NXT. Anybody but Liv Morgan. What the fuck do I know, right? I'm not on the creative team. Trick Williams and Ricky
was a mess.
What?
Both tournaments, they were a mess.
Yep, both botched this year. Trick Williams, Ricky Saints, U.S. title. Good match, but the crowd sucked.
Yeah. Literally.
Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton. Don't even get me started on that.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Tiffany retained. Charlotte cost Jade the match. It seems like they're building to a SummerSlam match between Jade and Charlotte.
I just hope Charlotte can bring Jade Cargill to a good match.
For real.
Yeah, Jade Cargill and the Not So Baddies. Who, by the way, BFAB got a pinfall over Tiffany Stratton, the U.S. Women's Champion, mind you. I just want you to remember that.
Yeah. BFAB pinned Tiffany Stratton. Same Tiffany Stratton who beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania last year.
But
she cannot beat BFAB. Like, make it realistic.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. But then Raw the next night, Raw 2 nights after Night of Champions. Yeah, not a good show. Outside of the opening, Owen Brock, where Brock kicked Owen the balls, and then the ending with Roman and Seth. That was great.
Yeah.
But I will say though, if you're gonna do Roman and Seth, Cody Punk, whatever you do with Sammy, and then you got hopefully Penta and Chad Gable. Rhea, hopefully she's good to go, faces JC Jane. We get Charlotte Jade. We got Io Liv. Hopefully Stephanie Vecchia involved. I think SummerSlam this year has the potential to be better card-wise than WrestleMania with SummerSlam this year in Minneapolis, potentially, in my opinion. So we'll see what they do on that. But that wraps up episode 31 Forbidden Podcast. Adam Carl, before we get out of here, what are your thoughts on the SummerSlam potential card? Could it be better than WrestleMania? Because I think it could. I think it looks better than WrestleMania.
Definitely looks better. Yeah,
absolutely.
I think. I mean, they're certainly gonna be better matches in there. I don't know if anything will top Roman and Punk this year. I don't know if anything is gonna top that. Maybe Cody and Punk if they give them the right time.
Yeah. But we'll see. Brock and Owen Hell in a Cell. Brock and Owen Hell in a Cell. That's big, huge.
Yeah. Certainly that could be another show stealer.
Maybe Gunther and Nick Aldis. And by the way, don't listen to the rumors of Gunther and Royce Keys for SummerSlam. Don't listen to that.
Yeah. Like,
according to Dave Meltzer.
Where are they getting these reports for? Like, what does Royce Keys have to do with Gunther? Apart from, like, one match they had.
Absolutely
nothing. They had one match on SmackDown.
Yeah. Maybe, if not Gunther and Nick Aldis for SummerSlam, maybe we get Gunther and Ilya Dragunov at SummerSlam. Apparently, Ilya Dragunov is said to be back soon. Either one, I'm hooked. Trick and Mello. SummerSlam, if they play their cards right, the card should look better than the WrestleMania card, but we'll see. But that's a wrap for 31.
Just please don't have fucking commercials.
Yeah.
That's what I will say. Don't have commercials.
Commercial after commercial. And I think for SummerSlam, it's going to be 7 matches on each night, I think.
Yeah.
Which is a good move. But we'll see.
It's fun doing this podcast.
Absolutely. That's a wrap, though, for episode 31 for Ben Podcast. But hit the like on the video. Subscribe to FioriousNation. Hit the bell for all notifications. Helps on the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you go do all that. Fiore Nick 579 on X. Adam Carl 2005 on X as well. TikTok, FioriousNation, and Facebook, Nicholas Fiore 31. Instagram, Nicholas Fiore 2014. Adam Carl. Any other words before we get out of here?
It's been fun doing it. It's unfortunate for the internet problems, but I hope I made the best of it. And certainly hope to to get more podcast episodes to get better.
Absolutely.
There's one thing I wish to do with this podcast. I hope we can interview a wrestler one day.
I would love that one day. Eventually growing the channel, I would love that absolutely one day. I think that would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but never say never. Maybe at some point in the future, maybe some point whenever that happens, but never say never. So we appreciate you guys, though, every single one of you. And without you, this channel's not where it is. And appreciate every single one of you and the continued love and support. And stay hydrated today, guys. It's 100 degrees out, day before 4th of July. And speaking of which, have a good 4th of July weekend. Have a good 4th of July tomorrow. Be cool, be hydrated, have fun, be safe. Most of all, have a blast, have a fun time. Whether you're barbecuing, watching fireworks, or on vacation at the Jersey Shore, the beach, what have you. Just have a fun time tomorrow, 4th of July, but be safe as well for America's 250th birthday and 4th of July. So appreciate you showing up.
Congratulations to America. Congratulations to the United States for qualifying to the round of 16 of the World Cup.
Yes, I watched it the other day. They won, so I couldn't be more happier.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more happier, man. So
absolutely.
We appreciate every one of you showing up. You guys are the best. And have a good rest of your Friday. And have a fun, safe holiday tomorrow, the 4th of July, Independence Day. And happy birthday, happy 250th birthday to the United States of America. And happy 4th of July to everybody. We will see you next week, next Thursday or Friday, for episode 32 of Forbidden Podcast, as we start officially soon on the road to the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. We will see you guys next week for episode 32. Happy 4th of July, everybody. God bless America.
No sunlight, so cold, sleep is nice, so tired, my eyes fight, they just wanna close back up tight, get up, hoodie on, hard work at the crack of dawn, this life ain't for the weak ones, no, this life pure only for the strong, feeling slow, shake it off, don't got time for negative thoughts, red sight, got the dot, shoot my shot, I want the top, never lost, got my plot, know my story, I know my boss, I won't fight against the clock, time's a limited gift from God. One day I will have my victory, crush all my enemies so viciously, work so hard my hands are blistering, and they will carve my name in history.